Hello and welcome to Weekly Russian lesson. This is the third lesson in the series on Russian names, and today we'll talk about surnames, family names, which are called familia. 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 We look at the most common types of Russian last names, how to pronounce them, and how they change for female, because male and female last names are different in Russian. The first type of Russian last names ends in "in", and that's the easiest type, easy to form and easy to pronounce. Here we'll start with Alexander Sergeyevich Pushkin, the father of Russian literature. Our president, Vladimir Putin, is also in this group. The last two names here, Lenin and Stalin, are not family names, but rather party names. It was a common practice for first communist officials to create names for themselves. For some it was part of conspiracy, and for others it was part of their image. Vladimir Ulyanov created his name after the river in Siberia, Lena, and on the screen you could see how this name was formed from the word Lena and suffix in. And Stalin became a man of steel. Stal is steel in Russian, so in fact he was an original Iron Man. The second type of last names is most common. And because it's so common, here we have three variants. Last names ending in ov, yev, and yov. Romanov. Romanov family ruled Russia for over 300 years. Ivan Pavlov, the developer of classical conditioning theory. Anton Chekhov, famous playwright. Mikhail Kutuzov, Russian field marshal, hero of the War of 1812, when Napoleon's army was defeated in Russia. The second variant of these last names is ending in yev. Ivan Turgenev, one of our best novelists. Dmitry Mendeleev, the father of periodic table of elements. And then we have two Yov last names. Mikhail Gorbachev, the last president of Soviet Union, and Nikita Khrushchev, another well-known Soviet leader. These two last names are almost always mispronounced. Note that when we have letter yo in the ending becomes stressed, because letter yo is always stressed in Russian. So it's not Gorbachev, it's Gorbachev and Khrushchev. These two types of Russian last names, of and in, resemble nouns in their form. They decline as nouns, and for a female form of last name, we simply add a to the end. So the wife of Romanov would be Romanova, Pushkin, Pushkina. And the third type of last names is most difficult. These are e and oi last names. They resemble adjectives and change as adjectives. For last names ending in e, we have Fyodor Mikhailovich Dostoevsky and Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, and I will skip the introduction. Last names ending in "oy" are rare, but we have to mention Lev Nikolaevich Tolstoy. Because these last names resemble adjectives, for female form, the ending "aya" replaces ending "e" and "oy." So the wife of Tolstoy becomes Tolstaya, Dostoevsky, Dostoevskaya. In the following lesson, we'll talk about some common mistakes to avoid with Russian names. I invite you to subscribe to Weekly Russian to learn more about Russian language. Thank you for staying with me to the end. До свидания. I'll see you soon.